Mulch is a material that helps reduce the number of weeds in the garden, preserve moisture for plant roots, and decorate certain areas of your garden. This is a multifunctional material. There are many varieties of mulch. It's a Sprouted Seeds YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. Types of organic and inorganic mulch. Mulch can be made from many different materials. Here are the most common organic and inorganic mulch options for your garden. Wood bark. Mulch made of bark can look particularly attractive in a landscape. It tends to decompose more slowly than other wood mulches, but it can be more likely to wash away in a strong downpour than mulch that has been chipped or shredded. Straw. Straw is an excellent alternative for winter mulch if you enjoy eating fresh strawberries in the spring. It will shield the plant's dormant flower buds from bitter cold. In areas with harsh winters, it's also a great option for shielding roses, perennials, and other delicate plants. Straw is always available at most farm supply stores and garden centers. Select dry bales to prevent mold growth, and look for organic straw to use in vegetable gardens. Shredded leaves. Shredded leaves allow for better air and water exchange and decompose more quickly than whole leaves. Shredded leaves also enrich soil and feed plants in addition to offering all the other advantages of an organic mulch. If you have a lot of leaves, you can use a mulching mower or a leaf mulcher that you can buy or rent. Alternatively, you can just mow your leaves with a lawnmower and a mulching blade. Leaf mold. To make leaf mold, you can also partially compost your shredded, fallen leaves. Leaf mold is well liked by gardeners in the UK because it helps maintain a thriving soil microbiome, which improves the nutrients and soil structure of gardens. While purists recommend delaying the use of leaf mold for up to 2 years, you can use yours as soon as it seems appropriate to you. If you're going to use it as a mulch, you don't have to let it get so dark as to resemble dirt. Grass. Mown grass works well as a mulch in vegetable gardens, where practicality usually takes precedence over aesthetics. To prevent clippings from overheating plants during their decomposition, apply them only 1 or 2 inches deep. Before using grass clippings as mulch, you can also partially compost them by building a pile in your yard, preferably at the back, as they will smell rich for a few days. Either way, avoid using clippings from recently treated grass as mulch in vegetable gardens. Wait until you've mown at least 3 times after applying herbicide or fertilizer. Shredded or chipped wood. Although the breakdown of shredded or chipped wood is relatively slow, it enriches the soil as it breaks down, so you should be able to use it for several years before needing to replace it. Compared to bark and chipped wood, shredded wood mulch is less likely to wash away or blow away because of its tendency to interlock. Be mindful that cheap wood mulch is often made from low-quality lumber or pallets and will degrade more quickly. Additionally, it may contain chemicals and dyes that seep into the soil, something you should particularly avoid in vegetable gardens. You can be fairly certain that the mulch you choose is free of chemicals and dyes if you go with natural rot-resistant cypress or cedar mulch. If you want to keep your wood mulch as earth-friendly as possible, buy it from a local arborist or landscaper who chips trees and branches removed in your area. Cocoa bean shells. Cocoa hulls, a byproduct of making chocolate, make a gorgeous mulch with a deep brown color. For the first several weeks following application, they also smell fantastic. Additionally, cocoa bean shells cost a little more than other mulches. If you have pets, avoid using cocoa bean shell mulch because it is poisonous to dogs in particular. Your dog might experience vomiting, diarrhea, and trembling in his muscles. Hazelnut shells. Although hazelnut mulch is more costly than other organic mulches, you won't need to replace it as frequently because it decomposes more slowly. It works best on level surfaces because of its low weight, which makes it less likely to blow away or wash away. Pine needles. Because this type of mulch won't pack down like leaves, it can be an excellent option for strawberries and other plants that require winter protection. Additionally, they may slightly increase the acidity of the soil, but this is usually not a problem. Mushroom compost. The mixture used to grow mushrooms in commercial farming is called mushroom compost. Usually a combination of ingredients such as peat moss, ground corn cobs, crushed winery grapes, animal manure, hay, or straw. It's sold for general garden use once the mushroom growing process has reduced its nutrient content. Mushroom compost does not improve soil structure as much as other organic composts, but it does offer some nutrients and serves mulch purposes like holding moisture and reducing summer heat and winter cold. Note that it may also contain high levels of soluble salts, which are detrimental to seedlings. Seashells. You probably already know that crushed seashells can create lovely garden paths if you live close to the ocean. They can also be used as mulch in a shaded area where they won't overheat as quickly. Stone. Volcanic rock, stone, and gravel offer visual interest in a landscape and won't hold moisture around drought-loving plants. To reduce their danger of scorching plants and soil, they should only be used in small amounts and in shaded areas. Additionally, be mindful that applying gravel over plastic can cause the roots of shrubs and trees in your landscape to overheat, killing the soil microbiome. Recycled tumbled glass. Tumbled glass, which comes in clear and various colors, can create a lovely impression in a shaded garden and won't retain too much moisture near plants that prefer rocky, dry soil. When paired with other materials, particularly when applied sparingly in strips in smaller areas, it can also create visual interest. You'll need to use landscape fabric to prevent glass from penetrating the soil. With the exception of grass clippings, which you should only apply to a depth of 1 to 2 inches, mulch is typically applied 2 to 3 inches deep. Mulch can be applied almost any time, but it should not be applied in the early spring as this can cause cold soil to stay colder longer and prevent perennials from emerging. If you apply a fresh layer of mulch in the fall, it can help moderate harsh winter conditions, particularly for newly planted plants.